Venn diagram is something that comes up on your exam pretty often, almost every year. Let's see. The Venn diagram below shows the number of elements in 3 regions in the set F and G. And then they are telling us where X belong to N. What does that mean? Again, if we are not sure, we open the table, page 23, and here we have the set. N is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. That means whole numbers, positive, no negative value. Okay, and then we have in each part, we have some value with X. So first thing we have to do, we have to write down the value, and I have to understand what those signs means, isn't it? In order to in order to answer the question. So a hashtag means a number. Okay, then F means what? This is F, so I take F, but that means but not or less, so take away the part that belongs to G. That's the part that belongs to G. So I am left with X plus 3. And they are saying in terms of X, so my answer have to include X, and I have that. Okay. So that wasn't too bad, but we had to understand what that means. Part B. From the Venn diagram, find the greatest possible value of X and justify your answer. Okay. So what do I know about X? I have different stuff, including X here, different expression. What I am told about X that belong to N, so again, it is a whole positive number. So if I'm considering the first situation, whole positive number, plus 3, 7 plus 3, 10 plus 3, 1 plus 3, 127 plus 3, all of them work, isn't it? Okay, and it's difficult to say what would be the greatest. Then I'm looking at this part again. 9 minus 2, 7 minus 2, 11 minus 2, 25 minus 2, 530 minus 2, all work. Apart from, let's say, I don't know, 1 minus 2. If I say 1 minus 2, then I'm in trouble, isn't it? Because that means that will be minus 1, and I cannot have I cannot draw minus 1 element. I cannot physically have minus 1 apple. That means I don't have at all apples, and I don't have even one more that I need. Okay, so we know that here that X cannot be less than what? 2, because 2 minus 2 will give me 0. Now, what about here? 8 minus 1, 8 minus 5, 8 minus 10. That's where I'm having an issue, isn't it? Because here, my X, the greatest value of X can be any. I know that the lowest cannot be less than 2, so it can be 1 only. So 1 here cannot be. But we are talking about the greatest possible value of X. So that's what I have to consider, because I can have 1 here. 8 minus 1, that's good. That is 7. So what value here can I not have? And that's where the justification is coming from. We are saying that 8 minus X cannot be a negative number. That's basically what we are saying. So how do I mark, how do I write in maths that something cannot be a negative number or cannot be 0, isn't it? Because N do not have 0 and X belong to N. So I'm saying greater than 0, positive. That's how we write. So if we have to say that something is a positive number, that means greater than 0. So we will say positive number greater than 0. And then if we need a negative number, so we will say less than 0. So therefore we say less than 0, yeah? So those are the two situations that we need to know of. So that means if I move my 8 to the other side, or X, doesn't matter, because I want to know what value X cannot be. If we move X to the other side, we have to change the sign. And therefore, X has to be what? Has to be less, or we can say equal 0, the worst case scenario. So X have to equal 8. That is the greatest possible, because I can have 0 elements, but I cannot have -1 element. Because if we do 9, then answer is -1. And I cannot have, like I said, -1 apples.